Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SJM Commerce Channel. Today we are going to learn under consignment accounts to be prepared by consigner in his books. There are three accounts that are required to be prepared by consigner. The first is consignment account, the second is consignee's account, and the third is goods sent on consignment account. If you are understanding consignment account, then it will be very easy for you to understand the remaining two accounts. So the first account is the most important account. Students, the consignment account is the nominal account. You can treat this account as a trading account, like how on trading account debit side we write all expenses, and on credit side we write sales, returns, then goods taken over by proprietor, then closing stock. Same way, students, here also you are going to do the postings. Now we'll start with the debit side. When goods are sent by consignor to the consignee, it will come on the debit side as two goods sent on consignment account at cost price or invoice price. Now if in the problem only cost price is given, you will be recording at cost price, and if both the prices are given, cost price and invoice price both are given, then you will be recording at invoice price, but you have to give effect to the loading of the same. Now what is this loading? Loading is nothing but the difference between invoice price and cost price, that is a profit element. You cannot record the goods, record the transactions at by considering the profit element. That's why you have to give second effect to the loading, so that ultimately you are recording transactions at cost price. That's why this loading thing comes in the picture. Then the next thing on the debit side is the expenses incurred by consignor. If it is given in the problem that expenses are incurred by consignor, you have to record those expenses as to bank and make a list of those expenses. If expenses incurred by consignee, then you have to write to consignee's account that those expenses will be recorded in under the name of consignee's account. Now whether expenses are incurred by consignor or consignee, while making the list, I have made here bifurcation. I have highlighted these expenses in green color. The expenses highlighted in green color are non-recurring expenses, and black color are recurring expenses. Why this bifurcation is made? Because when we will be doing this valuation of closing stock, that time students, we have to do that valuation in two steps. The first step is proportion and non-recurring expense. That time we have to consider only non-recurring expense. So you should know what are the non-recurring expenses. For knowing this thing in detail, that valuation of closing stock, I have made a separate video. You can go through that video, which is already uploaded on my YouTube channel. But I would like to make only one thing clear here, that is this miscellaneous expenses and insurance. If it's given in along with carriage, you have to consider this as a non-recurring expense. If insurance is given as transit insurance, then also it will be your non-recurring expense. But specifically it's given that insurance is for go down insurance, then it won't be non-recurring, it will be recurring expenses. Same thing is applicable to consignee's expenses. Then the next thing is commission paid by the consignor to the consignee to consignee's account. You have to record those commissions. Ordinary commission always calculated on total sales. Surplus commission is calculated on selling difference between IP and selling price, invoice price and selling price. Then this del creditor commission is always calculated on credit sales, but if in the problem it's specifically given calculated on total sales, then only it will be calculated on total sales. Then when advance is given by the consignee to the consignor, and that advance in form of bill of exchange, and that bill of exchange is discounted by the consignor, then discount he will charge on the debit side of the consignment account, because that is his expenditure. Then when bill creditor commission is not given by the consignor to the consignee and bad debts are there, then consignment account will be debited and consignee's account will be credited. Here to consignee's account will come. If del creditor commission is given, then this particular item will not come on the debit side of consignment account. On credit side, sales will come, cash sales, credit sales under the name of consignee's account. Then goods sent, then returns are there. Sometimes consignee returns goods to the consignor. That time by goods sent on consignment account, you have to record returns. Again, this will be recorded at CP or IP. If you are recording it on IP, loading will come on the debit side of this account. So when goods are sent to the consignee, it will come on the debit side. When goods are returned by the consignee, it will come on the credit side. When goods are taken over by, this is the purchase for consignee and sales for consignor. When goods are taken over by consignee, it will come on the credit side. Then closing stock will come on the credit side. Loading of closing stock will be recorded as to stock reserve. This is the loading on goods return. This is the loading on stock reserve. After that, the account is closed and difference is transferred to profit and loss account. If difference is coming on the debit side, that is your profit. If difference is coming on the credit side, that is your loss. Then consignee's account is required to be prepared by considering the second effect to the whatever items we have recorded under the name of like by consignee's account. These are the sales, and here student you can see that the second effect of sales is there. These are the expenses incurred by him. This is the goods taken over by consignee. This is the commission that he's going to get, and these are the bad dates. Second effect to the bad dates. This is the advance given by consignee to the consignor. If advance is given through check or draft, then by bank will come. It depends on the problem. Whatever is given, advance given by cash, bills receivable, check. Accordingly, you have to write. Closing while closing the account, you can transfer the balance to cash, bank, or bills receivable. Again, this depends on the problem. Nothing is mentioned that accounts are settled and all. You can just simply keep buy balance carried down. Goods sent on consignment account is also the second effect of the consignment account. Wherever we have mentioned goods sent on consignment account, these are the goods sent by consignor to the consignee. There we have written on the debit side. Here it's written on the credit side, and this is the loading of the same. And these are the returns, goods returns. See, goods sent on credit side, goods return on debit side here, and loading on the loading of goods return on credit side. See, I'm repeating. Credit side here, goods are sent by consignor to the consignee by goods by consignment account. Second effect or you can say loading on the debit side, and these are the returns on the debit side. Loading of same is on the credit side. Then you have to close this account and balance transfer to trading account. Students, maximum problems you have to solve, so that only you will be able to understand the concept in detail. You will be able to solve in exam. But through this video, I have tried to clear it out, and I have given you tricks also, that what are the items recorded on debit side and credit side and all. Many problems are given in Manan and Sid publication. You can go through those problems, solve maximum problems, and if you have any doubt, just ask in comments. I will try to answer your queries. Okay, best of luck. Thank you.